The one and main thing I hate about working in the corporate office job life is just having to be extremely careful on what to say, like as if I was living in a communist dictator community filled with semi-robotic, soulless people who I'm sure are different outside their jobs. Yet, we can mention and support drinking alcohol like a bunch of college frat boys, which is a liquid substance that can ruin lives and kill people, but yet I can't make a joke about race or fat people or about the LGBTQ community or autism or etc., which I understand people might get offended about, but I'm not ruining lives or killing anyone to the extent of what alcohol does, and it's not like I have any prejudice or hatred towards any group of people of any type. I don't bully anyone at all, I just like to joke about them, that's all. Is that so wrong? As the great Joker once said, why so serious? I mean, for example, I had a roommate in college who was an actual total alcoholic. Like, he would kill a whole fifth of liquor, or I guess 750 milliliters, or basically one whole bottle per day. Sometimes two of them per day, sometimes a half gallon in one day. But he drank highly excessively every day. I remember waking up in the morning and seeing this man throw down 3 double shots of liquor before leaving for his first class of the day, be it vodka, rum, tequila, P. Diddy baby oil, or whatever liquor he could get his hands on. He then pours some more alcohol into a water bottle or a flask to carry it on him and drink it during the walk to class, during class, and right after. He almost reminded me of a Jim Leahy from the Trailer Park Boys, except not as old and more autistic. And the crazy thing is that he was a double major at the university. He majored both in informatics, or basically IT, and history. And he was damn near a valedictorian, or a summa cum laude, or cum laude, or cum in my ass. Or basically, he was still getting high GPAs. And he would still get exercise a few times a week as well. He was basically a functioning alcoholic to the max. And sometimes, mainly on the weekends, he would go back to his family's home, which was about a 20-minute drive away, and steal whatever alcohol that was in their alcohol cabinet if he felt like drinking something fancy and good. His parents drank a lot, apparently, but I don't know if they were alcoholics at the level of my roommate. And speaking of stealing, I remember one random morning he was a little hungover, a little gay, and not as drunk as he normally was, since he was still starting out his day probably. He probably was just a little buzzed, if anything. But I remember he was confessing to me about the night before, about some crazy he had done. He basically stole $10 from a homeless guy that was sleeping in front of the Safeway just down the street from us, just to get enough money to buy some alcohol. And the way he confessed, it was just a roller coaster of emotions. He almost seemed like he didn't care, almost as if he was proud, but at the same time ashamed. But at the same time, he got his alcohol fix and just didn't care for that. And mind you, my roommate is by no means a broke man. His family had money, he lived in a big house with a big giant backyard, he got whatever he wanted, he was definitely very well off. Hell, he was probably one of the high profile members of Epstein's Island list. So stealing that $10 from the sleeping homeless man was just more of a thrill or excitement type of thing to my roommate, definitely stemming from his alcoholism. And sure, the homeless man probably should have been more secure with his money at the time, as I assume maybe homeless people steal from each other. I don't know. I don't talk to homeless people all that much as I should. But yeah, so that was probably the lowest thing he's ever done, at least that I know of. My roommate might have done some gay things for alcohol too. You know, maybe he shoved a celery up his ass one day for some alcohol. I don't know. But yeah, funny I mentioned the stealing story because he was low-key a total kleptomaniac, which he definitely didn't need to be. I mean, I guess he just stole for the fun of it, and I guess for the convenience. As in, if he ever had the drunchies, munchies, or whatever, and wanted a quick snack, or even some quick food, he would just go to the Safeway down the street, go into the snack aisles or food aisles, whatever, sneak some little snacks into his pocket, and or his backpack he had on, and maybe buy a water or something cheap just to make it look like he was there to buy something. And funny because I remember he never shared any of these snacks with me, you know? Like stoner me back in the day wouldn't have questioned where he got those snacks. I would have just ate it and said nothing. But he never stole from me, funny enough, or at least not that I know of. He mainly stole from the grocery stores, and I guess the one homeless person in front of the grocery store, and sometimes from the university we were attending at the time. Like, I'm pretty sure he stole a chair or something like that from the university, and it was like a nice office chair. But to be fair, I mean, the university be stealing from us with that crazy tuition cost. But that's mainly it. He was just a normal, stocky looking white dude, you know, balding a bit, kind of look like a mad goblin, yet civilized. Or basically what I'm trying to say is that he didn't look like a sketchy pedophile terrorist, so security everywhere never really bat an eye on him. But eventually he checked himself into rehab and was doing okay for a while afterwards. I remember that he smoked even more weed while recovering or staying sober from alcohol, and was drinking even more coffee than before. Like, he was drinking coffee day and night. I remember seeing him take a shot of espresso at frickin' 2 a.m. a few times. 2 in the goddamn morning. But I guess a shot of espresso is better than a shot of liquor, at least for him. And it's crazy because he was already dealing with sleep issues and was a semi-insomniac for a while. Which is why he'd smoke a bunch more weed at the time he was trying to stay sober from alcohol. But soon enough, he relapsed, checked back into rehab, and became sober again. And I haven't talked to him in a while, in several years to be honest. I think the last time I talked to him was right before COVID. Hell, I don't think he graduated college now I think about it. But I've reached out to him one time since then, but never got a response. I just hope he's doing good, and I know I should be reaching out to him more than that. But you know, hey, life happens, right? But deep down inside, he was a decent man. Just had an extremely addictive personality and was battling many personal demons. I know he was experiencing depression for a long while, and I know he's the type that would definitely benefit from seeking therapy. Perhaps someday we'll meet again. It is a small world after all. But yeah, all that about my old alcoholic college roommate buddy, just to say, why can't I make a little joke about black people at my work when I really am not a racist or don't tend to hurt anyone and steal from anyone like a typical black person would? Just joking, just kidding. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we can support and boast about drinking alcohol together and have happy hours and have beer taps at work, yada yada. And I'm not against drinking. I like to have a couple or a few glasses of wine per week, and I still smoke weed about once a month or take edibles once in a while. But my thought process is that if we can talk about drinking this and that, why can't we also make a little boundary stepping, non-PC, edgy, or unhinged type of jokes? I mean, hell, people get timid and nervous when the word weed is thrown around. Like, I mention anything about smoking weed and other coworkers are like, oh my god, you fucking degenerate psycho, you should kill yourself before I go tell HR about your destructive habits, you fucking pedophile, or maybe something like that. It's crazy that weed still has a negative stigma in the corporate office life, even though it's like legit proven that weed does less damage than alcohol. But that's a whole different topic. But man, I've realized I'm just not built for the corporate office life. I'm just too much of an asshole. I do think about just taking the leap of faith and getting out of this corporate office life in the near future for something that I actually like doing and that fits my personality. Like making film or videos, or doing something in comedy, or something in fitness. Something where I can be me and not be such a fake version of myself. But patience is the name of the game at the moment, I guess. As like most people I work with, we just need the income to be able to support the hobbies on the side, I guess.